Oh, another beautiful, peaceful morning in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Ah, wow. Good morning, everyone. Hi. So, I have a cute little snuggly kitten in my lap. I spent last couple of days working on studies of the area and the landscape and just trying to get to know it a little bit better. I posted these on Instagram. Like, this is where I'm parked now. There's this really cool little structure and cactus in the trailhead. And this is just, I'm working on getting to know how to deal with my OCD in this landscape. It's a struggle. See, look at this. I feel like I have to make every dot. I have to get over that. But what I did yesterday, after I did a couple more of these little 30-minute sketches, right? I decided to pull out a photograph that I took from one of the places I parked. It was like the second place I parked here in town, or just outside of town. I went up to the Elephant Butte State Park and was driving around the reservoir and found this spot where I could pull off and park for a couple nights. And this was my view. You guys saw, I think, a little bit of it in the last video. And this is a painting that came out of that. It's bigger than I normally do, 7 by 10. I usually don't do them this big because they don't sell as well. It's a higher ticket item, you know. They're $220. I don't think it's too outrageous, but yeah, well, anyway, it's $220 if you want it. Message me. Links are below. I have an email. Look at her. She's like all mad at me because I moved, and she's clinging to my arm now. Oh, fine. Sorry, kitten. So today I gotta go find a spot where I can park and upload, and take care of that for today. And so actually that's the video where you'll see that's Mott. Oh, okay. Kitten, it's time for mommy to start packing up. And you want to go outside for a little bit? That's a yes. That's what that means. All right. So I'm going to open up the doors, let her go outside for a bit. I am going to begin packing up my supplies. And although I do want to photograph that painting before I move so I can upload it to Instagram, I am going to get this stuff put away, and I will see you in a little bit. Please feel free to pause here and read the history of the dam. As I look out over this, I think the thing that strikes me the most is the original water lines. And And how long it must be since the water came up that high because of the vegetation growing on those areas. But it's pretty incredible. I want to come back here in the spring after the snow melts sometime to see how full it is. I think that would be really interesting. It's a totally different world on this side of this reservoir from what I experienced on the other side. You know, the other side was so much more wild. But I see like little houseboats out here. Maybe? I think so. Kind of neat. Well, I'm taking some pictures and I think I'm going to go back to that trailhead. Because it's just such a good spot to sit with my doors open and I can make camp again. I did all my errands. I'll take a couple more pictures here. Yeah, and then maybe I'll see if I can get down a little, get a different perspective before I head down to the trailhead. Yeah. Good morning. I am ready to hit the road. And I took my covers off the windows and just saw this. Isn't it just beautiful watching the full moon set over this gorgeous landscape? There's that neat little structure that I told you about that I did the sketch of. Yeah. Another beautiful moon set. Oh, I love these full moon sets. Charging solar panels are charging the Jackery right now. And I am on the Rio Grande. Nugget is under the van. So I was just making my dinner and I looked up and saw this sky. Look at that sky. Is that not ridiculous? It's just incredible. Ooh. And look at the sunset on fire over there. Wow. So Nugget is doing her nightly duty of chasing and eating all of the bugs that come in during the course of the day. They all like to gather around this light, and she goes through this every single night of chasing and eating up all of the bugs. Well, good morning. I have been ice melting in the cooler. I've been working on the painting this morning and doing some work on the hillside that's closer to create more definition from the ones in the back. And I still think I need to do something to the ones in the back, but I haven't figured out what that's going to be yet. And And then I've started working on this closer background to what the foreground's going to be. There's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 or 12 different planes of distance going through this painting, and it's all like incremental. And I'd really kind of like to show that as much as possible. So I'm doing it slowly through a layering process. And here, I'll show you where I am. Pardon the lighting. It's horrendous right now because I don't have any daylight. But, so I've got the cliffs, the rocky cliffs that crest a lot of these hillsides. And then you've got the different, it's like sloping slowly toward us, right? And then this one in the background, and then I've got the greenery, and you know, the tree is going to go there, and we've got the structure and the midground. So, and I apologize if I just made you dizzy. I feel a little dizzy, and looking through the camera at the painting, I'm struggling to see the different planes, but it really the camera's so two-dimensional. Unfortunately, you know, one of the things that I struggle with the most, I think, about doing what I'm doing is that I really love, I mean, there's such a, I love live art. That's all there is to it. I love live art. I've always been that way. Because the screen diminishes so much. Like my friend Jess, who just bought one of my paintings recently, was saying that when she got it, she was like so excited about how much was in the painting that she couldn't see in the image. So, but there was so much more to it. And I wish there was a way I could show that to you. But I can't. So, unless you buy a painting, or you go down, if you're a Woodbury person, and you go down to Clapp and Tuttle, or somebody who lives near Woodbury, Connecticut. If you go to Clapp and Tuttle in Woodbury, Connecticut, Mika Schuyler will show you my paintings. In person, she has some. But yeah, so this is growing, and, you know, I honestly, like, I can do some things really fast. This is not one of them. I like my backgrounds to dry completely before I start working again. One, because the paper can sometimes, because it absorbs the moisture, you know, it can create cockles in it, and then I don't want to have to battle the cockle. That sounds very wrong. Well, I'm painting and trying to be creative. So, I have to pause for a moment. I'm still laughing in my head. Yeah. In other words, I take my time while I'm painting. I'm not in a rush. And I'm glad, you know, like, I have this drawing here, and it's bugging me because the bridge is off. See what I'm talking about? The bridge is off. I got to level it out a little bit and shrink it in the distance. Like, I need to reverse this. I did this backwards. That needs to be smaller. That needs to be bigger. I laugh. I'm dyslexic. So it even comes out when I'm doing things like this. So it's not just about reading. Everything in my brain is backwards. But that's kind of cool because I can deconstruct. It's kind of a gift. Yeah, so anyway, I know, I totally digressed. I'm not even sure what I was talking about, except I'm showing you my progress on my painting that I started yesterday. And this is my view out the van window. Wow, if you made it this far, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, please consider contributing. I could always use the funds. The links are all below in the description. And I hope you enjoy these paintings out the van window. Have a wonderful rest of the day, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.